Hello everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews. Today we are discussing The Flash, No Way Home, directed by Andy Muschietti and starring the FBI's most wanted, Michael Keaton, Michael Shannon, Ben Affleck and Sasha Calle. In trying to save his mother's life in the past, the Flash finds himself in a different dimension, where things aren't quite as they're supposed to be. So to be honest with you all, I was not at all excited about seeing this movie. I mean, why on earth would I be? It's been in development hell for years, and I for one don't particularly rate Andy Muschietti as a director. Do I need to remind anybody of Mama or It Chapter 2? The CGI in the trailer looked pretty damn bad, and by supporting this movie, you're kind of telling Hollywood that what Ezra Miller has done is kind of okay. I mean, I've even gone as far as reading reports online that the studio were saying that this film is so good that audiences will forgive Ezra Miller. Yeah, because that's how it works. But I recognise that I have to put all of that to one side and do my job fairly here. Is this movie worth your time? Well, let's get into the positives. Michael Keaton is absolutely awesome in this movie. Every time he was on screen, I did start to get involved with it a bit more. But it does come with a caveat because I can't help but feel like I'm being conned. I know that you're just nostalgia baiting me, and it is kind of annoying. I called it The Flash No Way Home on purpose because yeah, it does kind of feel like the makers of this movie watched No Way Home and thought, we can bring back some old stars for a cash grab. And I'm just already sort of tired of this trend. It's just what these superhero movies have done lately. They're getting lazy and just copying what the last successful movie did. Ragnarok was an out-and-out comedy and was a real success. And then suddenly every Marvel movie had to be a comedy as well. No Way Home brought back old stars, and now it seems to be that we're just going to do that from now on. And I'm just tired of it. I just wish these movies would have their own personality and charm and stand on their own 2 feet. But getting back to the positives, because it sounds like I'm already moaning, Supergirl is a character that I don't really care about, to be brutally honest with you. I never really read her comics, or she never really popped up in the comics that I did read. But I have to admit, I thought Sasha Calle absolutely smashed it in this role. I don't think I've ever seen this actress before, but she really brought her A-game here. She gave it everything she had, and it had an oomph to it. She does have some cool moments. They might be far and few between, but they're good for what they are. I'd gladly see her in the role again. And this next positive is a weird one, but I did enjoy the unintentional irony of this film. Ezra Miller has to deal with a annoying, hyperactive, just inhaled half of Columbia's finest, insane version of himself, and slowly realise what a total arse he actually is. There was some catharsis in that, and it was nice. Totally unintentional catharsis. This film isn't smart enough to do that on purpose, but it was a happy accident. I'll take it. Again, through the lens of irony, Ezra Miller suggests to someone that they go and see a psychiatrist, and I couldn't help but laugh, even though the movie doesn't present it as a joke. That's just how off the pulse this film is, but it's equally just how sweet that irony is. And, yep, let me just look at my notes. Yep, that's it for the positives. Didn't even fill a page. All those years in development hell really were worth it, weren't they? Yep, time for the cons. Strap in, we're going to be here a while. I found pretty much 90% of this movie to be sheer misery. The CGI is just so bad, and it is so overly reliant on it. It's so bad, I feel like I owe an apology for Avatar 2 for not being more dazzled by its achievements. Because this is just very and that immediately makes me hate The Flash even more, because you're now making me apologise to a film that many people would already say I'm wrong about, but I swear is a snooze fest. So we're already on bad footing here. This film is ugly. It made me wince and repulse at several occasions. How they thought that this was ready for release, I have no idea. I shouldn't be pulling faces of disgust. I should be wowed by the images that you're presenting. But you don't try to wow us. You just stretch Ezra Miller's face out across the screen, and it's kind of grim. The pacing, oh god, it's just a hiding to nothing. It's like trudging through sewage. It takes an age to set up things that we already know, because this isn't our first encounter with Ezra Miller's Flash, and because the CGI is seriously that bad, when we do get these brief moments of action to break up the mold, it doesn't really do it, because it's kinda crap. They keep interjecting these dumb jokes and humour into the action, and it just completely undercuts itself. Especially when the humour is that of a 10-year-old who's drunk too many Monster Energy drinks. They seem to think that if Barry just keeps on talking, eventually something he spits out will be funny, but instead it's just painful to sit through. And speaking of the devil, Ezra Miller is absolutely useless in this film. You don't like him as the Flash, he's way too aloof and just damn weird, and you don't really like him as Barry either. I personally don't think he's ever really found his footing with this character, and I for one would like a reset with the whole thing. The Flash can be so much more than this. So I'm going to give The Flash No Way Home a 2 out of 10. I just kind of this movie. It's everything I knew it was going to be. An utter mess in both storytelling and CGI action. And somehow, despite taking forever to be made, chopping and changing its mind, turning its direction in every possible which way, you somehow managed to achieve a grand total of zip. Nothing. Absolutely nothing that we hadn't already seen before. This is just yet another exhaustingly dull and generic cliche superhero movie that feels tired of its own routine itself. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please do hit the comment section as well. Have you seen The Flash No Way Home? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you haven't had enough of this crazy ginger, well, you can always click on these suggested videos right here and get yourself lost in an IMO wormhole. But if not, take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.